Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and Shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I am the brother Kalab, and I'm from the GMS UK Line of Forecasters Camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So, in this lesson, I want to make mention of this brief article I saw on CNN. It says a man in his 80s on Saturday issued what is believed to be the first formal apology by someone in France for their family's role in the transatlantic slavery, saying he hoped others, including the government, would follow. So here you can see you've got this picture of this French dude, which I believe to be an Edomite. For those of you who don't know who Edomites are, Edomites are the descendants of Esau. Esau was Jacob's twin brother in the scriptures. So we as Israelites, we're descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Edomites are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. So you've got an Edomite here with a Jake, and they're presenting this article as if, like, this is all good. Now you got this Edomite making good with Jake, and everything's good. Excuse me, make it out as if everything's good, and if it's all water under the bridge now, and it's water for ducks back, and everything's good, and we're all cool. Well, guess what? That's not the case. Let's get some scriptures on this. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 15 says, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past." Meaning that you may do something and you might not get judged or called out on it straight away. You might do something wicked and you might be able to skate along 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 50 years, 100 years, 250 years, 500 years, maybe even 1,000 years. And the Most High doesn't bring judgment upon you for it. But guess what? The Most High will eventually bring judgment upon you for it, because the Most High is a power who hideth himself. And secondly, he will sit and watch patiently. There's no one that's more patient than the Most High. The Most High holds his peace until he decides the time is ready for him to pull judgment on you for it. And the Most High is known as the Ancient of Days. You can't put time on the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father, he's a concept that exists outside the concept of time. I don't want to go too deep on that, because when you try and get into the majesty and power of the Heavenly Father, you could try and go too deep into that and it will bug you out. There's things that we simply cannot comprehend because we're lesser beings. The Most High is the Most High, is the Most High being, the most ultimate being, and we are ultimately his creation. So it's not for the creation to understand the nature of the Creator. So I'm saying, so the Most High is a concept that our minds simply cannot fathom, and we're not made to fathom. Yeah. Now, so this is the Most High requireth that which is past. There's another one here. This is Joel chapter 3. Let's read Joel 3 from verse 1. Because this is what's transpiring in the world right now with what's going on in Iran. The armies of the world are being gathered into that region. And you can ask yourself why. And someone will say, oh, well, it's biblical prophecy, isn't it? Yes, it is biblical prophecy, but why is it biblical prophecy? Well, here is the answer. Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So the two names that are mentioned there are Judah and Jerusalem. Judah representing the southern kingdom of Israel, which would be the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and Jerusalem representing the northern kingdom of Israel, which would represent the tribes of Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Zebulon, Asher, Issachar. Also, you're going to have some Levi among there. Forgive me if I've missed any names off the top of my head. Yeah, I said Asher, Reuben, Zebulon, Gad, Manasseh, Ephraim, Simeon, some Levi sprinkled among them, some Issachar as well. Yeah, those northern kingdom tribes, which would be the 10 tribes which had left for Ashereth in the book of 2nd Ezra 13 and 42. Ashereth being the land that is now called America. So it says, "For behold, in those days and in the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," which in the Hebrew would be Jehoshaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment, "and will plead," which means to judge, "with them there for my people." Who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. You know, you can get precept in Psalms 147. Let's get that quickly. Psalms 147 and 19 says, "He showeth his word unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh." Yeah, so that means that the Most High's people are the Israelites. He hath not dealt so with any nation other than the Israelites. So it says, "For my people and my heritage Israel," there you go, "whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and have sold a girl for wine that they may drink." They might drink. See, that was the transatlantic slave trade, of which you've got this French Edomite here saying that he's apologized for it. Yeah, you can apologize as much as you want until the cows come home, but that's not what the Most High requires. The Most High requires your blood. Let's get this, right? Verse 4, "Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye may remove them far from their border." That you might remove them far from their border. "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off. For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it." So this guy can apologize till he's blue in the face, but guess what? The judgment is going to come. The judgment being that he is going to go into his slavery, and his descendants are going to go into slavery, and all of the wickedness that they did unto the children of Israel during the transatlantic slave trade will be done unto them, because what this guy doesn't understand is that he is his forefathers, because reincarnation is biblical. So he could say, "Oh, well, that wasn't me, that was my ancestors." Guess what? You are your ancestors, and you were doing those things during the transatlantic slave trade. And furthermore, you've profited and have benefited from all of that nasty work that your forefathers did in oppressing the children of Judah and Jerusalem, which is the children of Israel. Now there's another precept here. Revelation chapter 13 and 10 says this. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Read that one more time, because this is what the Most High requires, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So yeah, as I said, this guy can apologize as much as he wants, but it doesn't change the facts. The facts are is that the Most High is going to judge the nation of Edom as a whole for what they have done unto the children of Israel, and also the other nations are going to receive judgment for it too, and they're going into slavery too. But Esau is going to receive it twice as bad as what the children of Israel received, because the scriptures say, in the cup he hath filled to him double. So Esau's got a lot to pay for what they've done, and your vain apologies aren't enough to appease the wrath of the Heavenly Father. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great North Student Rule Well, and shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.